Well, hello there and welcome. This is Martin here, January the 14th around noon time, and what are we here seeing on TV screen? I hope it comes quite clear here is some little live shots that are coming straight out of the downtown Nashville area, downtown into a view to the east side with the stadium here shown right up in here, and here gets a little update from the Vanderbilt Skycam shown into downtown. So I'm going to be flipping around those little images here back and forth to give you guys a little live view on these whole good things to come, which will be more a thing that we're going to do regularly here now, as I'm bringing you some updates and news you can use, so to speak. We will have in the future more regular news broadcast coming up. That'll be something like Music City News, Music City Journal. Not quite sure which name we're going up next. Maybe somebody can give me some input right up in here. That'll be once a month. Live update on things from the past into the future, stuff that you hear in the news that may have made the news, that may not been heard in the news, you know, things like that, to give some people a live update who don't always have the chances to, you know, check back with us here in Music City and the things that are associated with it. First of all, again, thank you so very much for all those viewers here that have been off and on stepping by into the Musicarts YouTube channel, and it always has been kind of like a surprise to me on which videos have gotten the most viewers, so to speak, as in the beginning there was a slight little footage here. If I just flip around here a little bit and go into the YouTube channel, that may come up a little bit blurrier here. Let's see. Coming into the uploads here, recently shown footage, for example, if we can see this now, Nashville in deep freeze at 2 degrees was the last footage uploaded here, and it's already starting out with, it might sound funny, 10 viewers, or the tornado warning that we had at the first day of winter by 70+ degree weather here. That makes it up to 22 degrees in my night shot. That was the first one, by the way, with this new little device here called the Galaxy Mega that I'm doing in stereo and in HD. Starts now with 11 views. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because these will be just like the way it starts out to be. Some of my early birds, which later on could go into some more viewers. And there's, of course, you know, some other shots that might be stuck here at some low views. For example, a little overview on the rooftop of the new Omni Hotel in Nashville that just recently built up is now actually at 169 viewers, probably about like 170 now. It always varies from devices. Shot actually almost like 6 months ago, and I never would really think that this was going to be a kicker as it did. But we also have preparing the LP Field at Titan Stadium almost 8 months ago, and there's 182 viewers, which in total shock and me surprises, because there was only like a word of mouth that was passed on here, and so there's never really a big public broadcasting going on of all these videos. So it's from word to mouth and people who just look it up. So again, thank you for all this input. And a little shots that I was thinking that was going to go get a little viral, but still cool, from my good friend in here who had adopted a dog, which was Little Man Won't Stop Barking, highlighted slowly but surely, crawling up to now 14, maybe 15 views. The dog, Little Man, excuse me, is actually not with us anymore. So he passed away just about 3 or 4 months ago, I may say, as I have been updated on this issue right over here. And so that is about as dog can bark. He literally barked his life away, can we say, but unfortunately he didn't last too long with us. So bless his little doggy soul here. And of course there are some shots, the one and only so far, actually 2, that I have adopted. The little ghost face scare, really cool to check out. My shortest one ever, about 22 seconds here, crawling up to 60 viewers right up in here. And that was copied long time ago, right below the primetime evening news. The alien abduction helped straight out of News Channel 5. I hope they forgive me for this whole thing, but it was so interesting that I thought this is a theme that, you know, and it's quite serious. So just about a thing for itself. Very cool, kind of a checkout. Again, another good example here how things can go a little downhill. My pharmacy deal I had going on, which is actually like a beer fest, like a restaurant that they had going on, and they got this little annual beer fest event, Oktoberfest, which there was another one probably held last year. Hadn't had no chance to make it here. It sits by 2 viewers most likely for the bonus footage, and right here below the main shot, which has my little usual commentary on it, crawling up to 40 viewers. Actually, shots that I did, also again by surprise, from a gas station. We're not there no more at this moment. Is the almost perfect hit and run, things like this that happen right in front of the doors. Incident shots, so to speak. Getting quite some hits right here. Personally, actually, so to see the stuff, like I said, more with screenplay, with script, and that happened to be The Scary House on Hard Lane, which we had 2011 and 2012, both times. And didn't make too many views, but it's definitely still interesting to check out. Interesting things like that I take as a theme from downtown. The public square, the downtown Broadway side and 2nd Avenue and things seem to be kicked quite in. And here's some more Scary House shots, and they're definitely cool to look at because, you know, girlfriend here, Peggy, has really put herself together in quite an interesting effect, I might say. Now, the flowers around the house was more likely something that I did more like for personal catch-up, so to speak. One time here, there was at the Wild Horse Saloon, there was supposed to be more live footage to come, but the original device that carried Dallas footages was, can we say, missing in action? And one of the real interesting incidents here, car on fire, happened from the same gas station I mentioned here earlier. Quite some interesting stuff. With overexposed footage, and this is really a shocker to me, very much over 2 years ago, the 204 Nashboro here in downtown Nashville had overexposure going on, and I was about to pull this thing off, but again, it reaches 200 viewers by now, so it looks like somewhat I must be in the right direction. Number 2 on the overall thing here happens to be, of course, severe thunderstorms at Dickerson Road, and that was the same gas here, the gas station down there on Dickerson Road. The first really kind of like semi-professional edited footage that I had done on the computer, which spanned about, in 2011, a good month of April with some thunderstorms after thunderstorms, and they all were in the same time frame. In the month of April, we had there, you know, good 4 weeks, so to speak, of almost weekly, going Monday into Tuesday night, almost on regular appearance, severe thunderstorms with almost tornado issues. And it looks like I would have went out the same nights over and over again, but it is not. And that's why I went ahead and edited in this footage right here, that kind of the time and the dates in there to see how it goes down. Sarcastically, when I actually uploaded the footage, there was another thunderstorm coming in the end of the month that actually blew away the lights at the gas station for a good couple of minutes. And so this, quite interesting. Look at the very end, by the way, a little local footage again was added in there. How one of the last thunderstorms had taken its toll on our house with fence damaging, and also another trip I made in downtown. Unfortunately, I couldn't really make it until nighttime, but it showed a little high water rising issues that were coming up again. And here, interesting stuff. Doesn't have too much viewers, but it had some interesting backgrounds going on at that time about Bin Laden here. And here's my forever goodie. It's actually approaching close to 500 views 2 years ago, and it was during February the 9th in 2011, the Dickerson Road Snow Walk, and which is the top footage actually shown on a little bitty tiny, very cheap old camera. It cost me more on battery power than what actually the camera was worth. It was a little VVTR, I might say that, but when I walked, it made me look like one of those little Muppets figures, you know, they just walk like left and right, like doodle-doodle-doodle, and I didn't really do too much within the walking, but when I was finally able to get some good standing ground, like when I finally reached my destination in at the dollar store, then you could really see what this was all about. And again, I barely reached my limits in 15 minutes. I'm not quite sure if I get a little more time now. They were mentioning to me something, a notification that my time limit has now been extended, so I'm hoping I can take advantage of this kind of stuff. So again, here's a little overview, and it's now getting more into the fact of, like I said, there will be more regular footage to come, and we're going a little bit back into our little live shots here again that we have going on at this moment. Sunny weather. I tried to do this kind of like yesterday, but rain has literally taken his little toll here at us. You know, I mean, a couple of days now of continuously ongoing rain or freezing rain. Even so, yesterday it was more dark than it was really, worth doing anything. So, with a little less light, there wouldn't be really too much to be present out of Music City. We can say that for sure. And the updates will be, like I said, I'll be working on a little program here, a monthly thing, Music City News, Music City Journal. It depends on how it gets into this direction. Regular updates with these beautiful shots in the background, because I'm just sitting there, standing there, and have my little thing on my chair, and somebody maybe just looking into my face. That might get a little old. So I'm going to bring up a little background music for us again into the same time, makes it a little smoother here. And it will be also more issues coming up on how to videos. I'll be working on a couple of those here, so don't be surprised. There's just a few subscribers now, but again, the word of mouth might get out, and with regular program going on, something might increase again here. So there will be more interesting things to come. So through those few subscribers that I have right now, well, you'd be surprised. You might get a notification here and there that, you know, that within a week or within a month or something like that, there will be like 2 or 3 videos uploaded. It's not a reminder of the same one. YouTube will only remind you one time when a video has been uploaded, so in case you receive that. So there will be more regular things to come, more how-tos, more updates, and of course the usual weather incidents that seems to be quite popular on the screen here. So I'm also gonna give you a little idea. Here's a live traffic loop here that we are able to present. A little bit ditched again here because I had to get my camera in a side wing position here. So this is how this whole thing comes down. Beautiful sunny day into Nashville, Tennessee right now. And again, appreciate everybody stepping by and checking out the stuff. At least the quality of the footage now will be getting quite better. And again, here the view of the Sky Tower. I think that's one of the government towers that has the flags on. I think that's not the government, not the actually downtown where we have it on the Capitol, so to speak. That's more like one of our government towers with the flags on. But you know, nice little view to see, and from downtown into the stadium. And again, nice sunny day to present. I'm glad I have this footage here. So anytime in the months to come, it will be held during those nice sunny events when we have those chances to present some good footage with the background info, with some more facts. And also a site will be presented with live updates, and that'll be, of course, now you've heard it sometimes in the back, and that'll be one of the first reviews that's coming up next here. Music City Post Free. You can Google it up. Comes up with all the results on musiccitypostfree.com, which gives everybody who stops by, mention YouTube, mention anything, we'll give you, simple as that, 30 free feature ad postings. That's to start out with. And the good thing is about Music City Post Free, it has, you know, instant updates about the gas prices and headline news and the weather forecast, and a couple of goodies on the left hand side that definitely somebody really wants to check out. So not only an ad posting site, but also a interesting site with links and updates that, you know, somebody can just use by stopping by on a daily basis. And so of course lottery numbers are on there, you know, 3-day weather forecast and highest and lowest gas prices, of course. Very interesting and very must see, all on one page without anything to do. That'll be hopefully getting more and more people into this whole stuff, and that'll be of course a good source for us to instantly snoop by and see what the constant deal is on, you know, current temperatures, weather, you know, gas prices. So in the days and months to come, we have as a little history bookmark, so to speak, going on this little site. It's a beautiful shot here again from over West End, 21st Avenue, Vanderbilt University into downtown. And again, we're loading right up in here the Skycam North, and that's also presented over News Channel 5. By the way, they got those beautiful camera station up here that helps me for a little good background footage in here. And so that kind of wraps it up for news, intros, and updates, so to speak, that I had here going on, which finally had a good chance to explore more about the footage as it was done, to give you guys a little update on how everything was developed, how and why it was shot, and you know, things like that. Sometimes there's just footage out there and that people see, kind of nice. At that time, it doesn't really give me too much you know, space or room to put all the information in there, not even in this little description box that YouTube provided. So this is a case, you know, and a good chance, you know, to give you guys a little update about all those things, how they were shot, and which is surprising the effect it took. Like, for example, the very first footage, more accidentally, I never even thought that I was going to get that high. So definitely here, congratulations to myself. Something was done right. The most shakiest footage ever produced, and to my book, most amateurish lookalike stuff. But I guess it's what all YouTube is all about. It doesn't have to be all that professional and all this in its own cases. So, in order to make it. And so here we come again with no weather incidents. Does a good thing. So I'm going to continue to give you more updates on it. And of course, you know, with this new little journal coming up, we'll see how this whole thing rocks out. And again, thanks you for stopping by, and for the royal guys, just keep on coming in, spread the word, and we'll see you later then with more footage, and stick around.